from. I'm going to let our community members know that we're live. Yeah, we are live everywhere. Cool, fantastic. Bam, here we go. We are live there, there, and there. And we're live there. Fantastic. Okay, perfect. So yeah, welcome to the live, guys. Thank you for joining. What is your average monthly sales? That gym guy. I love your name. So my first year, so just to give you some context if you don't know who I am. So my name's Sean. I used to work for Microsoft. I got made redundant. 17,000 people lost their jobs, including me. I got into Amazon FBA with my partner. We were able to replace my salary in the first year in gross profit. Excuse me. And my partner and I, we thought we had the touch of gold. So we thought because Amazon went so well, we thought everything was going to be that way. So we tried loads of different things. We tried drop shipping, eBay drop shipping, got scammed by someone in Pakistan. And over the first year, even though we replaced my salary and gross profit, we ended up losing money because we tried so many different things that didn't work. Second year, I focused on Amazon fully. Did my first year's revenue in the first 4 months, so it was really significantly different. And then the guys and I and the team, we developed software to do with EU A2A. We spent a year of our lives dedicated to EU A2A, did very well with it. We believe we're the most knowledgeable group out there when it comes to EU A2A. That's definitely our speciality. We run a mentorship with Sam. I think he's done 7 million revenue since selling on the platform. We've got a prep center, virtual assistant recruitment agency. We've got a software on the way that we're very excited about. So yeah, welcome to the live. Let me know if you guys have questions. Knees grows. To extent, can you guarantee your methods will get me 2K monthly revenue within a year? Knees grows. If you follow our advice, if you use Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS, if you buy the right products, depending on how much cash you start with, you'll get to 2K sales within 2 months, not a year. Like I'm helping someone right now who is a really awesome 18-year-old called Sylvia. She did 1,050 revenue in her first 2 weeks. Revenue isn't profit, but with Amazon, the revenue possibility is really high. So I would suggest to you to not set your expectations too low. Having over the top expectations, in my opinion, is far better, because a lot of us as humans, we have really limited beliefs on what's possible. And if you're aiming for 2K monthly revenue in a year, that's very low to me. I think you really need to up what you believe is possible, because you can get to that depending on how much cash you have to start with. If you've got less than £1,000, don't even bother starting with Amazon. Just go off and do something else until you raise enough money so that you can start Amazon with more cash. At least £1,000. Oh, you said 20K, sorry. Okay, my bad, I saw your follow-up comment. Yeah, 2K I thought was really low. So 20K within a year, again, depends on your cash, depends how much time you put into it. So Sam does, I think it's something like 200K revenue a month. My max, I think, was 30K for about 3 or 4 months in a row. That was before Amazon changed their algorithm, and my Golden Goose product did me dirty. But yeah, did very well with EU A2A, but it was higher profit, lower revenue with that one. Yeah, 20K within a year. If you pump money into it, if you learn how to do it properly, if you got one-to-one support from us, you don't have to get mentoring, but it certainly helps you get your results faster. Absolutely, 20K a month revenue is definitely possible. And if you actually look at how much profit you need to make, 20K is very realistic. Just check out our free Discord community and you'll see tons of people are making those figures within less time than you'd think, as long as you dedicate yourself to it. Welcome to the live, everyone. So I know I've got a few questions now. Anyone ever said you look a little like Jacksepticeye? Good thing, by the way. Thank you very much. I've never been told that before. My fiance is Venezuelan, and her family, because I'm a generic white dude, they tell me I look like Conor McGregor all the time, which I don't see. I wore a turtleneck on this live once and someone said I looked like the bad guy from Mission Impossible 1. Google it. The person wasn't wrong. But I appreciate you. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for joining. Josh Ames, how many VAs do you have sourcing for you? So we have a virtual assistant sourcing recruitment agency called Recruit Smart. So if you want to hire a VA, you can do that. Our team is our team at Seller Smart is 16 people now, I believe. In my Amazon business, the most I've had at one time is 3 VAs, 2 sourcing, 1 admin. Sam, who is, Sam spends 100k a month on stock. He has 2 sourcing VAs and 1 admin. I think typically that's the good sweet spot, but it depends on what you want to do with Amazon. If you want to scale Amazon to the moon and you want to be an absolute maniac and do tens of millions a year, you absolutely can, by the way, then you're going to need a bigger team. A lot of people treat Amazon as a lifestyle business, so that the head coach in our mentorship, Sam, he treats it as a lifestyle business. He works on it 10 to 12 hours a week. He does 2 million a year, every year without fail, and he supports his wife and kids with it. For me, I'm a aggressive scale man. I like to take risks. I like to throw money at the company to try and build it. But for me, that's Seller Smart. That's what I'm doing that with. James Pether, I haven't seen you in here for a while. Good morning, mate. Thank you for joining the live. Mate, I have not responded to you yet, but I saw your photo and, oh man, you made my day yesterday when you sent me that. I'm so happy for you both. Congratulations. That's incredible news. Hench Fuel, that's a cool name. Private label or arbitrage? Yeah, we do arbitrage, OA, A to A, Amazon to Amazon, and EU A to A, European Amazon to Amazon. I've done a fair bit of wholesale. I'm one of 5 authorized sellers for a big European brand. It was going very well for me. I invested 100% of my capital into that one brand. Through no fault of the brand, Amazon changed their algorithm. I stopped getting buy box on that product. And because I was heavily invested in one brand, it royally screwed me over for like 4 or 5 months. It was a rookie mistake. We now advise people never invest more than 5 to 10% of your overall capital per brand. So, it was an expensive mistake on my part, but I learned my lesson, and hopefully now my lesson can teach you guys to avoid that going forward. Not got any comments over there. Lukey boy, welcome to live. Thank you for joining. Where are you, mate? What country are you in today? Joshy, tell me more about your sourcing VA agency. Yes, absolutely, mate. So it's called Recruit Smart. We've got Seller Smart, Prep Smart. We've got a prep center, Recruit Smart, recruiting agency, I guess you would call it. We have one of the best turnover rates in the industry. So the industry standard for your swap out rate of a VA, if you're not happy with them, is about 40 to 50%. Ours is less than 10%. And that's because we're very, very strict on our criteria. So we interview thousands of candidates. We have thousands pending as well, thousands of people in the Philippines waiting to try and get jobs through us. But we can only manage so much. We're really trying to manage the load, and the team is doing fantastically. We've got an entire team dedicated to it. We've got fantastic reviews from the Filipinos that we hire. We've got only 5-star reviews from all of the clients that we work with, all of our community members. We have about a 95%, maybe 90 to 95% fail rate during the screening process. So we train them, we have our own course and training material, we screen them, we find the highest performing ones, and only those people are the ones we place with our community. So the people that don't pass the criteria can get upskilled and training through us. And so far it's just been incredible. The team's doing very, very well. It's been a very successful launch, so we're very proud of everyone. And if you're looking to hire a sourcing VA with 2+ years experience in the UK, or even in the US, if anyone is in here from the US, then we absolutely can help. We've got admin VAs as well. We haven't started doing wholesale VAs yet, but that is probably on the cards this year. I'm not sure what quarter this year, but it's definitely on the cards. And it's incredible, mate. We actually I can tell you a little story. We had someone who was unfamiliar with working with VAs, and they were making quite a lot of incorrect assumptions about the performance of the VA that we placed them. And it was unfortunate because the person, it wasn't their fault. They jumped the gun a bit, decided to let them go. We placed that VA with someone else who's a lot more experienced, and now that VA is absolutely smashing it in their business. And they sent us a testimonial yesterday saying they couldn't believe how well they're performing. So it just goes to show that the level of quality of care that we put into it is really good. And I'm, as I say, very proud of the team. They're doing a fantastic job. Joey, you look Egyptian, bro. Mate, I think that's the lighting. I am the most pasty white guy you'll ever meet in real life. If you saw me in the sunshine, I'd probably blind you. I think it's the lighting in it, boss. But I appreciate it. Egyptians, handsome boys. Hench Fuel is using the sign dash to separate words in listings, good or bad. Hench Fuel, so we do online arbitrage, A to A and wholesale, where you actually don't manipulate the Amazon listing at all. We sell brands that are already selling. From a private label perspective, if that's what you're asking, I've never seen other listings do that, so I wouldn't. If I don't see it often, there's probably a reason for it. But I don't have I don't have private label experience, so I can't really advise you comfortably. I'm only happy giving advice on things that I have direct experience in. Joey, you can do tens of millions a year. Here you're trying to sell mentorship on TikTok Live. Joey, mate, I think you misunderstood what I was saying. I was saying if you are the type of person who wants to do 10 million, tens of millions a year on Amazon, you can, but we don't see Amazon that way. Every business model has risks, pros and cons. Amazon is like a lifestyle business. Amazon is like a cash machine that you can use to fund other things that you want to pursue, to fund your life, to look after your family, whatever it is. I wasn't saying I make tens of millions a year. I wish I did. If I did, I wouldn't be sat here on TikTok Live. But no, mate, I was saying if you want to, you can. But it's like, you have to be that type of person. You have to understand the stress that comes with operating that level of business. I've never done it myself, but I speak to plenty of people who have, and you have to be a very particular type of person to want that lifestyle. If you want to use Amazon as a really excellent cash machine to make a lot of money in a sustainable way where you don't work too hard, then absolutely it can be that as well. Apologies for the confusion. I wasn't implying that I do tens of millions a year. That's not... I wish, mate, I wish. James Pether, nice one. Cheers, mate. Life's been a bit mental, so I haven't had the chance to jump on the lives. No problem at all, boss. I understand that. I haven't even had a chance to jump on the lives because life has been a bit mental. But ebbs and flows, right? You roll with the punches and you do what you can. Zombie, you're another one. I haven't seen you in here for a long time. Welcome, welcome. Morning, Sean. Do you know if Pack Cosmetics is good for ungating? I've never bought from them, mate, but let me have a look at the website for you. So this is a really good talking point, right? If you want to know if a place is good for ungating, what was it? Pack Cosmetics. Never even heard of this place. Okay, it's 2 words. So if you want to know if a supplier, if a retailer is good for ungating, you need to check the website. Does it look legit? Do they have good Trustpilot scores? So what I'm going to do, this is packcosmetics.com. So it could be a US company. Which that actually does matter because US companies don't have the same laws as English companies when it comes to providing invoices. American companies should provide us invoices with VAT information, but they don't have to. You know, no one's going to chase them legally, so a lot of the times, why would they? This company that you're looking at has 1,724 Trustpilot reviews with a 4.3. That's really good. You can go to who.is and you can see how long the domain has existed, how long has the company existed. And then if you buy a product from them, you can see, does the invoice have their supplier information? Does it have your billing information? If the invoice is good and Amazon can verify the place, it should be okay. If Amazon has never heard of Pack Cosmetics, they're going to ask you for supply chain information. Pack Cosmetics aren't going to give that to you, and it won't be able to be used, especially for ungating. But I've never bought from them before, so I have no idea. I would say maybe buy something cheap and try your luck and see what works. But yeah, mate, ask in our free Discord community as well. In fact, hold on, before you do that, just because I don't want you to ask publicly, let me ask Sam and the boys if they... let me ask Sam and the boys if they know if it's any good. Is it possible to get started with 2 to 3K? At what point is a VA needed at sourcing? Really good question, mate. We get that one all the time. So bare minimum, we suggest to get started whilst you're going solo. So whilst you're going by yourself, you're not getting coaching, you're not getting mentors. Bare minimum is £1,000. 2 to 3K is more than enough to get started properly. More than 5K is better, but honestly, if you can get started with 2 to 3K, that's okay. We have a course that you can get if you're interested. You don't have to, no pressure. That will help. That'll help you make fewer mistakes. And we have a free course as well if you just want to learn the fundamentals. But yeah, 2 to 3K, keep your expenses low, get SellerAmp, get Keeper, get an Amazon seller subscription. You're going to need some boxes, you're going to need some labels. You don't need to buy a thermal printer yet until you're certain that this is what you want to do. If you want to do Amazon and you're certain of it, get a thermal printer, Munbin, those ones, Munbyn, Munbin printers are really good, 65 to 95 quid. Really good thermal printers, and then the rest of your cash should go on stock. You'll learn how to find products with Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS, and if you buy a product that's not good and you make a mistake, that is okay. It happens to all of us, don't stress. Part of learning is making mistakes and learning as you go. And you also said, when is the best time to get a VA? How busy are you? How busy are you? Like, are you working a 9 till 5 and doing Amazon and you don't have enough time to source or do your admin, and you have enough cash and profit to afford one? If you do, then that's a good time. Your admin VA, sorry, your VA is going to cost you about £375 a month, paid every 2 weeks kind of thing, every 15th and end of the month. £375 a month, that means they need to be making you at least £1,000 profit. More is better. 3 to 4x what you're paying them is what you're after. If you can afford to do that and then keep reinvesting your profits and growing, then you can afford a VA. And if you can get a good VA, then it can definitely help you. A lot of people get them too soon. We are very honest with people at our own detriment. We're very honest. If we don't think it's the right time for anyone to get a prep center or a VA, we will tell you. We'll say maybe wait in until this point, because if you're spending all of your money on their salary and you can't reinvest and grow, there's literally no point. You're just spinning the wheels. It's the same with our prep center. Our prep center is amazing if anyone is interested, but you don't want to get one until the time is right for you specifically. Welcome to the live over there on the YouTubes. How much is the starting salary for a sourcing VA and an admin VA? That is really good timing. So if you're getting an inexperienced VA from the Philippines, that is going to be 25,000 pesos per month. An experienced VA starting salary is 30,000 pesos per month. That's roughly £375, and we pay on the 15th and the end of the month, roughly speaking. Obviously with the currency exchange rate, it changes now and again. £375 is roughly speaking what it is. I pay admin and sourcing the same personally. Admin VA, you can get them. Admin VAs do make you money through reimbursements, returns, refunds and things like that. Your admin VA can also do your purchasing for you if you trust them enough, but you should always be the final say in purchase decisions. Don't ever trust someone else which products to buy. In our opinion, you should always say what products to buy and how much to buy in. You can even, if you wanted to, you could get your admin VA, you could work with them every day and you could go through the leads and you could say what your opinion is on the lead and how much you buy. And when you get to a point where your admin is saying the exact same as you 95% of the time, then maybe it's a good idea to trust them in the purchase decisions. Sam, who's a much bigger seller than I am, he runs our coaching. He still to this day approves all the product purchasing they do. So it just goes to show how important that is. You can outsource and delegate and automate a lot of Amazon. Some things are better left to you as an owner, and in our opinion, that's one of them. I hope that answers your question. Thank you for joining. Joey, why would he not make extra income whilst the business runs in the background? Grind will no tend. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, mate. Yeah, exactly, mate. So here's the thing, right? Diversification of income streams, in my opinion, is super, super important. Amazon is a mad heavy cash flow business. When you're a big seller, you know, Sam is spending £100,000 a month. Why wouldn't he do coaching on the side to get more cash flow to pump into his Amazon or to pump into other things? Amazon isn't the only thing in the world. There's a lot of opportunity out there. The reason we love Amazon and promote it is because you can make a hell of a good business model from this whilst only operating on it for 10 to 15 hours a week. You can't do that Initially you have to work really hard at it, but once you've built those systems, once you've learned how to do it, and once you have a team in place, you absolutely can. So yeah, exactly. I appreciate your comment there, mate. Diversification is a great way to add security. Anyone who's been selling on Amazon knows that, occasionally you might get a violation and it tanks your sales. And if it's your full-time income, and you're supporting children, that can get stressful, right? So use it as an income stream. Use it as a cash machine, which it absolutely is. And I would say if you're learning how to do it, don't focus on anything else. Focus on one thing at a time until you've mastered it, and then spread your wings and focus on other stuff. Is it best to build trust first on a new account with ungated products and brands with minimal profit? Is it better to build trust first in a new account? Right, okay, so that's a really good question. And to give context to everyone watching this live, in the first 3 months that you sell on Amazon, you are in a sort of probation period. Amazon has no idea who you are. They have the highest consumer trust in the world, and customers trust them because Amazon does everything they can to make sure the goods and services sold on the platform are legitimate, authentic, and safe to use. So whilst you're a brand new seller and Amazon has no idea who you are going to be gated and restricted in a lot of brands. It's very challenging in the beginning. You're going to think it takes up all of your time. I promise you, if you keep pushing through, it becomes a secondary thought that you don't even think about much. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you have more leads than you do cash. That's where your problems in your business change, and it's a really fun change to have. In the beginning, we have an auto ungate checklist, which you can download from our free Discord community, link in the bio, or from our website, again, link in the bio, either or if you don't use Discord. What we recommend when you start, you need to invest some money in ungating. So if I want to sell an HP product or a Bosch product, and I find it and it's £50 per unit to ungate and I need to buy 10 of them, I can actually find a cheaper product in that brand. So instead of buying an HP printer, I can buy an HP mouse, I can ungate it for 50 quid, and then I can sell the whole brand. So you need to invest some money in ungating, you need to do auto ungating as much as you can, and you need to sell whatever you can. We say minimum 30% ROI to aim for is great, that is good, but if you can get sales, any sales to build up credibility, whilst buying from legitimate places, I might add, is going to help you overall. And I promise you, when you get to 200 units of sales, over 1,000 units past 3 months of active selling, that's a really important caveat. You have to be actively selling. You can't just open an account and then You can't just open an account and wait 3 months. You have to be selling. You will find it a hell of a lot easier. And the people I know who really struggle with this, I'll be honest with you, are the ones that I know are not putting a lot of effort into it. All of the people who really put a lot of effort into this and try and problem solve, try different things, all of them within 3 months, 200 units plus sales, all of them are saying it's just not even a big deal anymore. That's the way you get past that probation period. Moises? Is that how you pronounce that? What's your opinion after locate a good product to contact with supplier for Amazon wholesale? Okay, I think what you're trying to say there is, what's your opinion after locating a good product to contact the supplier to do wholesale on Amazon? I love that idea. It's fantastic if you can do that. Here is where you need a bit of a reality check, and I mean this in the nicest, most respectful way. None of us on this live call today can, unless Flipping at 30 and Sam is in this live call. Who's in here? No, they're not. None of us in this live call can afford to sell Coca-Cola. None of us can afford to sell, name a massive brand. If you go to them directly, you absolutely cannot afford to sell them. The ones where you can go brand direct and sell, those are small to medium-sized businesses. Those can be really good for a brand direct. But in our opinion, wholesale is way less accessible and easy to get into than OA and A to A. OA and A to A is way better in our opinion. If you want to get into wholesale and you want to work with distributors and wholesalers, in our opinion, you need a lot of cash. You used to be able to do it on a lot less money. Now I wouldn't even bother looking unless you have at least 10 grand. Sam reckons you need 20 grand to get into wholesale. I don't particularly agree with that because I've done it successfully. I did a 7k wholesale order as my first one. That went pretty well. 11k after that went pretty well. So I would suggest sticking with OA and A to A initially to learn the model, use it as a cash machine, and then as you go, if you can contact some small to medium-sized brands and get a relationship with them, you can. You just need to provide them value. Don't go in saying, hey, let me buy your stock. Go in with ideas on what you can do for them. Zombie, all right, thanks. No problem at all, boss. Really good to see you in here. Lewis, good morning, brother. Welcome to the live. Oh, no, I didn't call. Snoospore, you help people grow. Appreciate you. Yeah, I try my best. I do my best. I have made some really good plays with Amazon, and I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've really got a firm opinion that everything happens for a reason. And I think if I can help people avoid the mistakes I've made and help people avoid the money losses I've made, then that's a good way to spend my time, you know. If you want to join our free Discord community, by the way, you can get to it, link in the bio. You can probably tell, depending on where you're watching, I am, here, where it's different everywhere. We've got one-to-one coaching. That's led by Sam, who's done 7 million revenue since selling on Amazon. You need at least 5K to invest in that, but we can help you one-to-one. We have a free course if that's outside of your price range. Then we've got a free course to help you. We've got a paid course that's more accessible, free Discord community, prep center, virtual assistant recruitment, software waitlist that you can sign up to and be involved in the beta. We've got an ecosystem. We've built everything that you would need as an Amazon seller. So if you need anything at any stage, just let us know. What's the key difference between the free and the paid course on Seller Smart? So the free one teaches you the fundamentals, doesn't go into detail on how to source and how to actually do it. The paid one goes into deep diving on how to source, how to do your admin, how to scale and grow, how to reduce money losses, how to make sure that your margins are correct. A lot of people promoting their STK profit margins, actually 95% of people have no idea how to keep on top of their leakage. That's all the parts of their business that are losing money. That's what we teach in us. We teach you how to treat Amazon properly like you should, and keep track of all your losses, your returns, and get as much of that money back as possible. So the course basically, free course is fundamentals, paid course is the strategy, mentorship is one-to-one, hands-on guidance, everything we do, all of our strategies collectively as a team. So Reese, Cal, Sam and myself, we all built the course and the mentorship. The mentorship is sick. It is so good. We only have 5-star reviews. We've got a great group of people in there. We're very selective with who we work with because we want other people that are going to come in, be abundance mindset, help each other grow and scale. We've got an ungating channel in the mentorship that has been very, very successful, which again, the only reason we added it was because the people in there requested it. So it's been very successful, very good. People in there have been getting very good results. So we love working with them. It's just a really great vibe, really good community. Fainted. Anybody in Seller Smart do USA, Amazon, FBA from the UK? No, we've got some people in the free community who I've chatted to who do that. They are, one of them in fact is based near where I am in Bristol. So they live in the UK, operate in the US, and some of them do very well. Sam gave it a go and had really bad luck with it 5 times in a row with wholesale products where the listings just tanked massively with really big wholesale sellers. So he ended up pulling back and just coming back and staying in the UK. We don't specifically do it ourselves. When we expand to the US, it's very likely that we'll get someone from the US to get involved and help out because, you know, that makes sense, doesn't it? I just realized I've not been doing my thingy. Cool, I'm out of practice with these lives. Oh no. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Good freaking. Here we go. There we go. Right, sorry about that. Considering the gating, what's the best model to do when starting off? OA, A to A, EU, A to A? How much cash do you have, my friend? How much capital do you have to play with? Because to be honest with you, A to A is really good, but you do sometimes have to hold your money. You do sometimes have to hold your cash. So in the beginning, OA is better. OA and A to A is basically the same thing. You do them together, and it's about a 50-50 split in our opinion. I would say it depends how much cash you have, to be honest. If you have enough cash that you can hold stock for a few months, then try A to A. EU A to A is really good. I'm not necessarily sure I would get into EU A to A without a software tool to help you with it. We have a software tool to help you with it, but it's in a waiting period at the moment, so you can sign up to the wait list. You can also do EU A to A by checking SAS, so just bear that in mind. And I think treat OA and A to A as the same thing. A to A you can do in like an hour of your day, you can do A to A, and then the rest of your day you can do OA. That's why they work really well together. And then when you have a lot more capital, you can think about other stuff. But that's what I'd say. Use a tool for EU A to A, sign up to our waitlist, and use Keeper for Keeper deals and Keeper filters for A to A UK. And newsletter sourcing for OA, storefront sourcing with SellerAmp SaaS, manual sourcing can be good if you have a knowledge of brands. Those are all good ways to start. Oh mate, I just realised how to pronounce your name. Grind will not end. My God, I am an absolute plonker when it comes to reading people's names. I actually love that name as well. Well done. Around 3k to start off, but can save until 5k. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Jump in a call with us. Let us. If you're interested in mentorship, jump in a call. We can chat you through the offer. We have a really strong guarantee. So we will work with you until you hit 50k revenue or double your revenue as an existing seller. We are talking about some changes to the mentorship soon that are going to really massively increase it. We just need to agree on it as a team. Because of the bank holiday, everyone was backlogged with a lot of work, so we didn't have a chance to talk about it this week. And our prep centre's been popping off as well. It's been really going crazy, which has been keeping a lot of the team busy. So we'll have a chat about that on Monday, about some of the changes we're going to make to the mentorship. And it's definitely a good investment. You know, it's one of those things, if you can get good support and 10x your return in your first year, but you're learning the skills to compound that growth, is a really good return. And one of the best bits of feedback that we get all the time is we have a lot of experienced sellers in our mentorship, got a lot of beginners as well. One of the best bits of feedback we get all the time is that people have done multiple other mentorships and ours is by far the best, blows it out of the water, it's not even close. To the degree where someone in our mentorship just paid 3.5k to work with someone else. He realised he'd thrown his money away, and unfortunately if he'd have spoken to us first we could have told him that, because the person's got a really bad reputation in this space. Unfortunately he didn't know. He decided to work with us straight away, and within 2 weeks he said it was infinitely different, the level of care and quality and experience. He's doing so much better since working with us, and obviously we want to help as many people with that as we can. I've got a call with someone actually. Someone's going to start our mentorship from tomorrow, so I've got a call with them in about 5 minutes. So if you've got any questions, please do let me know. Thanks for the help. We'll look at the services of SellerSmart. Yeah, absolutely, boss. Thank you for joining. I'm going to drop you a follow. Give us a follow back, mate. Someone from the team will reach out. Who else is in here? Let's give you Snooze Sport. Let's give you a follow as well. Lewis, oh, we're already following. I thought that was Lewis I used to work with, but I don't think it is. I think that's all the questions I've had. Yeah, guys, you got me for like 5 more minutes. Do you have any more questions? I jumped straight into questions today because it's a Saturday, isn't it? So people are usually busy on here. SellerSmart's had a pretty crazy couple of weeks, right? We took time off over the bank holiday. It was the first ever bank holiday I've ever had off in my life, and I'm 33 years old. I loved it. It was fantastic. I loved taking the time off. I hadn't had a break in. I kind of feel bad saying it. I hadn't had a break in years, so it was really nice. Not a proper one anyway, without being sick. And it was really good. We came back to it, but I've been inconsistent with the live since coming back because it's just been chaos in my house. My missus is pregnant. But SellerSmart as a company, our prep centre's been going absolutely bananas. We are really keen to move to a bigger unit as soon as we can. We just need to find a warehouse that's available. The VA recruitment's been going incredibly well. We've been getting really good reviews over the last couple of weeks, adding on top of that. Sam's been doing really well in the mentorship. We had a guest speaker in our mentorship the other day who dropped a load of sauce, which was really good. We honestly didn't expect him to be as open and fantastic as he was. Really great call. Probably going to have a podcast with that guy soon. And we've got more guest speakers lined up for our mentorship. We do weekly live calls with the group, and every single call is recorded. And some of the calls lately have been really fantastic. So great job to Sam there. I'll tell you what, guys, I've got a call in 5 minutes and it's kind of naturally flowed down, which is, yeah, there we go. I got an alarm there. Yeah, it's kind of naturally flowed down. So I really appreciate your time today. I'm going to go live again tomorrow, and I will go live for longer, maybe about 2 hours tomorrow. Really appreciate everyone joining. Join our free Discord community. If you want to start Amazon FBA, go through the free course. If you want to get one-to-one coaching, let us know. If you want to hire a VA, get a prep center, let us know. Have a really fantastic day. Freudian slip. Have a really fantastic day, guys. Let's try that on the third attempt. Thank you for joining, and I will see you tomorrow.